Terry, what impressed you so much about Velasquez tonight?
Well, first time we've seen him. Great arm. Got a feel for his off-speed stuff after, about the third inning. Got a feel for his changeup and started getting his curveball over. It's pretty impressive stuff.
You had said before the game that sometimes on these nights the pitchers are the most warm because everybody else is standing around. How difficult is a night like tonight for the hitters?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you saw tonight over 20 strikeouts between both clubs, and it's tough to swing the bat in cold nights, and pitcher has a distinct advantage, but we haven't swung the bats very good yet, so it's we're not going to make any excuses about how cold it was. We got to swing the bats better.
I know Yoenis isn't going to duplicate what he did during the regular season last year, but are you seeing anything with his bats right now, particularly the strikeouts, maybe chasing the ball?
Yeah, that's about it. I think he's chasing out of the zone a little too much, but we certainly think he might duplicate what he did last year when it starts to get a little warmer. Too cold, huh? Asking questions. All right. Oh.
I know it's been a situation in the past, but man's on second base, dude, it takes a called strike. Do you want him to be more aggressive in that situation early in the game there? I think it was like the third inning.
I mean, strike three?
Yeah.
Kev, again, I don't know where the pitch was. I don't, to be honest, if it was, if you're, I think in those situations, is what I always think. I mean, the one thing that I know that every hitting coach talks about, and that is, you got to hunt a fastball. You can't, to guess at any time is tough to do. You got to hunt a fastball and adjust. And again, I don't know where the pitch was. If it was in, I thought the ball was down at that particular time. But that's just, from my vantage point, I haven't seen the replay to where it is. But Luke, I think, thought it was down also.
Okay. And following up on Adam's thing, what have you seen from Cespedes? And when you get a cold night like this, is it like, do you feel like it's going to be a low night with offense anyway going in?
Well, you really do. I mean, they got some hits. With Ryan's the only guy that really putting. We hit some balls good. I mean, that ball that Neal hit and the ball that Cabrera hit, those balls were hit good and they didn't go anywhere early in the game. So I just thought it was one of those rough nights. You knew it was going to be tough offensively. You had to come up with a big singles sometimes to score, but we didn't have many guys on. So just one of those games.
When you hear the crowd kind of go after Yoenis this early in the season, does it surprise you or not?
We have a passionate fan base. So, the one thing I know is, they want to win. And, when you strike out or you make a big out, it's just part of playing here. It's they want to win, and we do too. Nobody feels worse than Yoenis, I can tell you that. So nothing surprises me when you're supposed to win.
If he continues in this slump, he really didn't go through too much of this last year after he came over. Is that something you and Kevin have to, I guess, learn about him, how to get him out of funks?
Yeah, because he didn't have one. You're right, Dan. He didn't have one last year, so we're going to have to certainly pay attention. But, I thought, the point of Adam, if we get him to stop chasing a little bit, I think he'll, start squaring some balls up.
I was just curious to follow up on that. I mean, you've been here long enough to understand that is the nature of New York and the nature of your fan base. Do you think he understands that? Considering he didn't have to deal with that at all last year.
I think he's played enough games in this town to know that, people, the expectations are high with every player, especially when you're a star. So it just comes with, one night, and tomorrow he'll get 3 hits, and they'll be giving him a standing ovation in the night. So,
Bartolo, okay? You took him out after 90.
No, just 90. We kind of think that first time out, 90 is kind of the limit. He hasn't pitched very much in the last week or so. So, we're looking at today when he after he came out of the inning, and I also told Dan about the one inning. After they'd hit the home run, all of a sudden there's some other balls starting to get squared up. So I thought 90 was good tonight.
And did you talk to David at all about whether he might be able to?
David was going to hit. He got up. He was going to hit for the pitcher.
Okay. How much time did you?
He said he started stretching about the 7th, kind of figuring that he might, the way the score was, that there was a chance that the pitcher might come up, in a certain situation. So he started getting loose, and he came up to me and he said, "Look, I'm ready to hit." So I said, "Get up there and make sure you're loose." He said, "I already am." So. Okay.